Good afternoon. This is Barbara coming to you from the Glow Ministry. Today I am recording outside because today was Youth Day at the church, and I'm spending some time with my grandchildren, and we are at the water park where the splash park. But today I want to talk about your calling. And I had to be reminded of something today about my calling. I was elevated once again by God and in man's sight as well. And something happened today to make me realize something about my calling. And I'm glad that one of my friends that was my mentor at one time was there. And I called her into the office and we had a talk about the situation that happened at church. And sometimes with your calling, things can come at you blindsided and your spirit is not there with you because things sometimes will catch you off guard. But God said that we need to be also ready, which is true. Things change, plans change, but we do need to be ready with God, because sometimes God will change the plan. It's not so much as man or the enemy, it's God as well. So some things had changed today that I wasn't ready for. And I had to be reminded of who I am in this season of my life and what God is doing with me in this season. And once I realized what was happening and what was going on, it wasn't about the enemy, and it wasn't even about God. And it wasn't about man. It was about what God was doing. And sometimes God can give you a test just to see how you are going to handle your test. Well, I was fine at first, and then sometimes you said people could throw fuel on the fire. But once I started talking and the phone was ringing and I was getting texts and I started reading, and I got a little irritated. I wasn't mad, but it was like too many things coming at one time. But it was all had to do with my elevation and my calling and what God expects me to do in this season, because it was all about pertaining to my calling. And I was like, hold on, all this stuff coming at one time, and and I'm like, hold on, what's going on? And then I went in the office and I started praying. Once I prayed, I already had this peace in me because God gave me this peace. But I started praying. And when I started praying, and I thought about where God is taking me, all of a sudden that over sensation of peace came upon me. And I said, you know what? I'm ready. Let's do this. Let's do it. I'm ready, God. I'm letting everything else go. I'm going to let all that other stuff go. I'm going to let the phone call go. I'm going to let the text messaging go. Because right now, it's all about you and what you are expecting me to do. I had to be quiet enough to hear him. I had to be quiet enough to receive what he's having me to do in this season. And see, that's the problem with us. We don't be quiet enough because we allow the phone calling and the text messaging and people to be louder and to speak into our flesh and then into our spirit, that we don't hear what God is saying and what he expects from us. But see, you know what? I had to push all of that other stuff aside to get that peace, to hear what God is saying. Because all that other stuff really didn't matter. It's where he put me at right now, where he's elevating me to right now. The obligations, the purpose, the assignment, all of this stuff that he is grooming inside of me, all the knowledge he's putting inside of me to carry this assignment and this elevation that he's putting inside of me right now in this season. I got to be quiet enough just to hear him, because all that other stuff, it really don't matter. And we have to be quiet enough to hear what God is saying. Do his will. Be ready for his duty. Be oh so ready right now. And we have to be ready at any moment, because things do change at the drop of a hat. Sometimes things happen in church that is very, very unexpected. And it was unexpected and it caught me off guard. But you know what? Nothing else is going to catch me off guard again. Because I have to be ready for anything that's put in my way. And that's what we need to be as church goers and church doers, in a position where God put us at. When he put us in a position to do with his will, we have to be oh so ready each and every time, not only in church, but outside of church as well. In any position. I don't care if it's just picking up paper. Be ready to pick that paper as soon as it falls. Be ready to clean those bathrooms. Be ready to open a door. Be ready to pass out a Bible. Be ready to hand out a fan. In everything that we do for God, be ready. This is Barbara coming to you for the Blow Ministry. I hope everybody is having a wonderful and beautiful day. I know that I am, and I am grateful. I am glad, and I am rejoicing in this day. And like I say, I'm out here today in the splash park with my grandchildren, and they are having a wonderful time. You should see them. They out here running around. And I mean, you know what? I just love God. I just love God. And I'm just thanking him for the days that he gives me. Because each day is a brand new day. It is a renewing day. And we should be glad in it. Because he given us a second chance, a third chance, a fourth chance to get it right. Each day is a new day. I thank you, God. I thank you, God. I hope that everybody is having a wonderful afternoon. I love you, and God do too. Goodbye.